So now, same story about the movie. So the same children, they watch the movie and then we measure their anxiety, maybe out of 10, let's just say. And then they watch the movie again, the same participants, accompanied by a parent or a guardian or whoever. So this is their score. So we want to compare if there is a significant difference between the two. So maybe the hypothesis is that there's no significant difference between the children watching the movie alone and watching the movie and accompanied regarding anxiety level. So that's the now hypothesis. And then the alternative hypothesis would be there is a significant difference. So, but the focus of this one is to just run analysis on Excel and then show you how do we do that. So data analysis. So you have to watch the other video before this one. So it's a paired. So we choose the paired two sample for means. That's the one you choose for that. And you select the range, click, drag, and release. The same way, you click, drag, and release. So we selected labels here. So it means that we selected this and that. So the alpha level, usually they agreed that it must be at least the Fisher guys, they were clever guys in the earlier days. The statisticians were very clever, so they came up with these numbers. So usually in hard science, they use 0.01 or 0.001. So at least in social sciences, it's agreed upon that at least if it's 95% confident, or if we leave 5% for error, it's acceptable. So we don't expect that there's a significant difference. So it means that it's zero here. So we click on OK. So you see that the degrees of freedom here is different from the previous video because it's a single sample. I'm doing a lot of water, my voice. They say water is health, but it's affecting my voice. Maybe it's the temperature in this room that I'm in. So I do apologize. Next time we'll be as professional as possible. Let's round off to 2 decimal places like what we were doing with other videos. So click on number. So it's 2 decimal places and you click on OK. So even if your lecturer is asking you to do it manually, you can use Excel like this to just cross-check if your answers are correct. So the mean remain the same, 6.55 and 6 point or a comma, depending what you're using, and then the variance. And so there's no pooled variance here because we use these different variance in the calculations. So the observations, the sample size, it's 11, 11. It's a small sample. It's encouraged to use a 30, at least 30 sample size. I will explain why is it like that. The correlation here, okay, it doesn't matter here actually, but what we are looking for. So what is important is the degrees of freedom. So the degrees of freedom is just degrees of freedom is got n minus 1. So 11 minus 1, that's why it is 10. And then what you're looking for is this, the t statistic, but it doesn't tell us much. What is important here? If you're using if you're using one, if you're using one tail, so this is the critical value, the one that you find at the back of a textbook. It's supposed to be compared with that. So this is significant. If it's 0.05, this means that there's a significant difference. If it is more than that, there's no significant difference if it's one-tailed. If it's two-tailed, you look at this one. So you see that it's actually a division of the two, like divided by 2. So if it's two-tailed, so if it's more than 0.05 also, we reject the null hypothesis. We fail to reject the null hypothesis. It means that there's no significant difference between the two values. So that's what you look for. These values, if you go to the back of the textbook, those tables that are provided, that's where you see these critical values. Okay, that's that. So you must look out for the difference and be careful when you choose on Excel the independent t-test and then the repeated measure t-test. There are 2 conditions, but it's a one sample. So in Excel, they say paired. They use the word paired. Yeah, so that's that. So you be on the lookout for another video that where I show you how to calculate all these manually, and then how to check for these. The degrees of freedom, the calculation I've shown you. So it's DF is equal to n minus 1, and for independent t-test is n minus 2, or n minus 1 brackets plus n minus 2. So the first n for the other sample, and then the second n for another sample. Yeah, thank you for watching. I hope this is making sense and you are becoming uh, more comfortable as we move forward. So there are other videos of chi-square, and then there's ANOVA, and yeah, what else? I'll see if I have other videos that I have to do for you. Yeah, and for myself as well. I'm learning as I'm not teaching actually. We're just learning together for that to become better people. Yeah, thank you so much for watching and listening. I wish you all the best in whatever you're doing. Okay, my name is Jabulani Chitangala. I do introduce myself in other videos.